Lovely ball. This is Simon Mantell, younger brother of the man who just passed it through to him.
And India need to make sure they're 5 yards from this hit.
Jackson used Kirkham as a decoy. Adam Dixon. Rajpal Singh goes to him. Raised ball is dangerous. I'm not sure why Middleton went up there. That's a bit pointless. He's got a smile on his face. Free hit taken outside. And just goes under the stick of Simon Mantell.
You've got to admire England. They're still coming. They've been under enormous pressure. And the umpires too. They've been under pressure.
How much fun have they had? You remember this for a long time, wouldn't you? For the Australian umpire, Timmy Pullman. He won't get a chance to do the gold medal game because Australia are in it, but he will remember this. What an experience. What a privilege for all of us to be here. Duranvir not able to trap it. 90 seconds left. Still time for a goal. It's a matter of whether either side is prepared to take the risk.
It feels like that 85% in the crowd's up to about 99% right now. There's hardly a spare seat.
Time to start thinking about whether you've been practicing your penalty strokes. Rob Moore. Inside the last minute. Will India make one last concerted effort? Will they throw it long? They throw it long and run the risk of it coming back is the question. They just want to earn a penalty corner if they can. Sandeep Singh throws it into the circle. Adam Dixon, last line with defence, eases it out. Still a chance, India. England, no chance from here.
Oh, hand in the back.
16-yard hit. That'll do us, folks. We are going to penalty strokes. Richard Mantell knows it. So fantastic game of hockey. However it finishes now will be more good luck than good management, I suspect, with penalty strokes. Great spirit out there. There were a couple of angry moments during the course of the 85 minutes of this game, but for the most part, very, very good spirit. It'll take them about 5 minutes to set up the penalty strokes. So the players will get a break. The people who have to take a stroke will get to settle their heart rate. The goalkeepers will get to readjust their equipment, and then we'll come out and do the penalty strokes. So at the end of 85 minutes, 2 halves and 2 periods of extra time, it finishes 3 goals apiece. So the decisions being made by the teams as to what order their players will take these penalty strokes in once the stroke off commences. Once that order has been decided, they have to take them in that order. If it goes to a second round, they can change the order but have to use the same 5 players.
And they just keep going till there's a result?
Yeah, till one team is 2 ahead.
Well, from an attacker's point of view, from the stroke taker's point of view, what they've got to be thinking about here is picking their spot, not changing their mind. They'll have their favourite flick, and they should stick to that. And the goalkeepers, on the other hand, need to pick a side. They may have seen them flick before, they may have seen video, and they'll hopefully in their own mind have made a decision for each flicker where they decide to dive. If they don't commit themselves, they're unlikely to save it.
Unless it hits them.
And we have seen flicks where guys, I think Jamie Dwyer the other day just flicked one straight at the keeper.
Yep.
And went up and over the crossbar. So
expecting the keeper to move one way or another.
Exactly, yeah.
Jimmy Fair just wishes Bharat Chetri the best of luck. Well, maybe not quite the best of luck.
What a game he had too. A couple of those saves. That last one off the deflection.
Well, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for him.
And then the moment where Middleton nearly deflected one in late as well. So this game was just one of the greatest you could see. You combine the action on the field plus the excitement in the crowd, and it's pretty hard to beat.
So 7 metres out. Player can't drag flick it, has to be behind the ball in his approach.
And you often have comment on whether going first is the better thing. I'm not sure what the answer is. I guess the best answer is you make sure you put it in. Doesn't matter if you go first or second.
Correct. So 5 each, unless one team gets 2 ahead with only 1 to play, or 3 ahead with 2 to play, whatever. Bharat Chetri versus Richard Smith from Loughborough Students. 50th game for England. Puts it away, beautifully done, low and hard to the right of the goalkeeper, that is.
I don't think that the goalkeeper here was actually alert enough, and that's what he might be talking to the umpire right now about, that he felt he didn't get his timing right for when the whistle was blown. But to Richard Smith's credit, he took it very quickly once the whistle was blown.
So Saravanjeet scored 2 goals during the game up against Jimmy Fair. Puts it away.
Very wristy flick, wasn't it? Look at those wrists just twisting the stick. Importantly, got the keeper going the wrong way. I want to think that there's a bit more pressure on the Indian players flicking here than what probably the English players.
Richard Mantell. Puts it away.
Perhaps this is where England going first will be an advantage, because each Indian that comes forward knows that the country's watching.
Vikram Pillay, 28-year-old midfielder. Scored 1 of the goals during the game. Brought India back. Pretty casual and very, very good.
I must admit, I was nervous watching this one.
That was great. Doesn't matter who you are, that was unstoppable.
Mr. Cool, well, often you're trying to worry about confusing the keeper. He didn't bother. He just flicked it straight there.
Kirkham now against Bharat Chetri. Oh, he saved it!
Oh, it's a horrible moment, isn't it, for Glenn Kirkham? But what a moment for the keeper. Right glove, right mitt.
And guess who's up next? To put the pressure on even more, it's Sandeep Singh. Puts it away.
And James Fair actually guessed the right side, but it was just the power. He actually went both ways, James Fair. And no problems for Sandeep. Didn't get the corners, but he got the stroke. This bloke can flick a bit.
Bit of pressure on him. No pressure on the goalkeeper. He's not expected to save it. All the pressure is on the stroke taker. Look at Bharat in the net, jumping up and down. Jackson. Sure, beautifully done.
Gee, that's a good flick. Hardly any use of the legs, just the arms.
That was roofed it. Fantastic. I couldn't hit the ball that hard.
Well, that keeps England still in it.
England would love a save or a miss now. Arjun Halapa. Whoa, boy. Oh, boy.
That was as good as any. Took the drag flick.
Jimmy Fair is complaining that shouldn't be a goal.
Yeah, well, that was a drag flick.
And I reckon he's right.
Yeah, and Mantell not happy either. England manager, coach suggesting it was a swat. And there's Dennis Meredith on the right of the screen, the tournament director. He used to be an umpire. Fair is going to Tim Pullman as well, so extra controversy here. That was clearly a drag flick. He moved to the yard.
Simon Mantell must score this, and the next one must be saved, or India win and go through to the final. Mantell must score it.
And Barrett trying to waste time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It just...
And now Shavendra against James Fair. Shavendra to win it.
And if his legs right now, Shavendra's, aren't wobbling, there's no jelly there, he ain't human. Deep breath, boy, deep breath.
27-year-old from the Punjab. He does! And India are through to the gold medal game.
And they're going at both ends, they're going everywhere.
James Fair is still furious that penalty stroke taken by Arshan Halapa was illegal. And I've got to say, I reckon he had a case, but the one save by Bharat Chetri off Glenn Kirkham was enough to do it. Jason Lee, the England coach, is going off at the umpire's manager, Craig Gribble from New Zealand. Absolutely livid and having to hold back James Tindall. There's Craig Gribble. Barry Middleton, always gracious, always gracious. He is absolutely shattered at the moment, and you understand how he feels. Bobby Crutchley, generous in his congratulations as well.
And I have to understand some of their frustration, because umpires have got really one job on those strokes, watching from the side to look for that where you drag it forward of the spot. So inexcusable, really.
So India go through to a gold medal game against Australia. It's 11:30 Thursday local time, which will be 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time in Australia. 2 p.m. in Perth. India versus Australia. India looking for their best ever finish in a Commonwealth Games. England can play for bronze against New Zealand. They finished 4th, 5th and 3rd going backwards in the Com Games. So both their men and women now relegated to the bronze medal playoff. Australia with both our men and women in the gold medal game.